Hello people of Earth and elsewhere, and welcome back finally to Spam Crackers Gets Back to playing Joestar Struck, the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure fan-made dating sim. The full version has been out for about a month and a half, and I've had it on my computer for about as long as that, but life has been getting in the way and I'm just now getting around to playing it. Oh, thank goodness. Now, as you might have seen from the intro, we have more Joestars that we can pursue in this game, and I'm curious to know everything about this game actually, so I kinda just want to start a new game. Okay, let's just remember all of the Q is... Oh, you can just press the quick save. Okay, sorry, I have to get back integrated into this. And then, do I just press this? Keep going. Okay, I don't know how much of this is the same as the last time I played, but we're gonna go through everything that the demo goes through, just in case, to see if anything has changed. As I walk up the slope, I'm trying not to drag my feet. Students wearing the same uniform are walking along the same incline, split into little groups and talking animatedly, even though it's so early in the morning. Why the hell are they so happy? This school has one of the worst reputations in the whole city. But I guess it takes a special kind of person to come to a school like this. The kind of person who doesn't care that they're going to a school designed especially for delinquents. Mwah! Or maybe I'm just grumpy. Mornings aren't my thing. True to form. I kick a rock along with me, going as far as to veer on my path when I kick it too far out of the way, and then it's gonna fall down the drain. All these kids be damned, this rock will be my new friend. It's gonna fall down the drain. It's not that I have the intention of not making friends at this new school, but starting a school year in the middle of a semester wasn't going to be easy. Everyone's already gotten into their little friends groups and already bonded. Not much room for a new kid. You'd be surprised. Especially one who isn't even a delinquent. I kick the rock a little too forcefully and it skitters far ahead of me. I watch in slow motion as it zooms toward the storm drain. I just killed my one and only friend. So this is it, huh? I haven't, when are you gonna let me choose my name? I was expecting busted windows and weeds, maybe a little bit of ominous lighting, but it looks like any other school. The kids, too. Sure, there's more than a few crazy hairstyles, and most have taken very generous liberations with the uniform, but they're not that bad. No, I can't get weak. Even if I'm lonely, I can't let my guard down. If I do, the next thing I know, I'll be in a gang and committing some petty crimes and arson. Gotta stay on my toes. Constant vigilance. Hey there! It's Josuke! I jump and immediately take on a defensive stance that I've seen in old kung fu movies. The guy laughs and looks me up and down. Well there, pal, I ain't looking for trouble. He seems nice enough. I ease my fists down. So I guess I was right to assume that you're the new kid, right? Mr. Jonathan told me you'd be coming today. Who's Mr. Jonathan? That's our homeroom teacher. I guess he lets us call him by his first name to appeal to the youth or whatever. Am I gonna pick all the same things that I picked last time? I don't even remember my choices. The guy shrugs. He's pretty straight-laced, but he's cool. Mr. Jonathan asked me to give you a little tour. Oh, yeah. I'm Josuke, by the way. What should I call you? Okay, we're not going with the default name. I was debating whether or not to call myself Player 1 again, but I think I'm gonna go with, the Leslie that I did the first time I went through this. Well, Leslie, let's get going, shall we? Ah, the poster on the thing, and the pixelated trees. Josuke shows me around. Kids are milling around the hallways and filtering into classrooms, paying us little mind. Everything actually looks pretty ordinary. Huh? Nothing, it's just, this place might actually be a little nicer than the school I used to go to. Well, you know what they say. Don't judge a book by its... Asshole alert. Wait, what? Oh, nice, it's very different already. But before I had time to ask, a guy bounds up to us and wraps an arm around Josuke's neck like they're best buds. Sweet. but by Josuke's face, I can tell that's most likely not the case. Oi, Josuke-chan! Josuke sighs through his nose and doesn't bother to hide his annoyance. I told you not to call me that. The guy pinches Josuke's cheek. And I told you to call me senpai, but you don't. This is what people call a stalemate, Josuke-chan. Josuke huffs and shrugs the guy's arms off of him. Shouldn't you be in class? Nah. Josuke scoffs. What do you mean, nah? Class isn't optional. That's what you... No, We ditched class in one of the other routes last time. You have no place to talk, Josuke. Is it when you have bigger... It is when you have bigger fish to fry. I've been quietly watching the exchange the whole time, but now the guy's eyes fall on me. Speaking of fish I'd like to fry... He holds his hand out to me. I'm Joseph Joestar. Did you just call me a fish? Joseph grins before giving me a lazy wink. Well, if you're a fish, then I'll be the water. You're bad at flirting. What the hell is that even supposed to mean? Interpret it as you will. Wait, so are you the person frying the fish, or are you the water? Both. Josuke rolls his eyes and rests his hand on his cocked hip. Stop harassing the new kid and just tell us what you want. Joseph straightens up and finally gets to the heart of the matter. Have you seen Caesar around? Do we get to see Caesar around, actually? The bell rings, signaling that class is starting. The last few stragglers in the hallway disappear into different doors, leaving the three of us alone. Joseph doesn't seem perturbed in the slightest. He's probably in class. You know, like he's supposed to be? Like you're supposed to be? Joseph sticks out his tongue at Josuke playfully. Don't act like you don't cut class, Joseph-chan. Me and the new kid aren't fooled in the slightest. Yeah, see? I told you. It's clear that Josuke is about to sputter some response, but the Joseph guy gives a hearty laugh and claps him on the back. I'm sorry, man, I'm only teasing you. You just make it so easy. We gotta get going, fish guy. What does Caesar look like? Cut Josuke some slack. What does Caesar look like? How does one explain the person who is Caesar Zeppeli? Josuke rolls his eyes. Let's see. Picture me, but about 13% less sexy and a lot more blonde. I'd have to disagree. I think Caesar is much more sexy. We haven't seen him. Well, damn. The bastard knows we have a date at the fountain this morning. Oh, you guys are finally dating? What do you mean, finally? This stud is flying solo. He winks at me. That is, until this stud finds the right little fishy. I must make a weird face because Joseph breaks into a gale of laughter. When he calms down, he points at Josuke. Caesar-chan and I have a race. Loser has to buy lunch. But the yellow belly is taking his dear sweet time. At this rate, my racer isn't going to be in peak physical condition. So it's not you two who are racing? Are they racing turtles? Then who? Joseph puts a finger to his lips. It's best not to ask questions. They're racing turtles at the fountain, like the turtle we found at the fountain in the demo. Well, anyways, I'm gonna track down that Italian bastard. See ya! I should probably put a language warning on the beginning of this video. Well, that guy is annoying. He can be pretty overbearing at first, but he doesn't mean any harm. He doesn't flirt the way I like to be flirt with, TBH. Joseph's a pretty cool guy once you get to know him. If you say so. He seemed like a pest to me, but I'm not going to push the issue. At least he's gone now. He sucks in a deep breath and lets his cheeks puff out before exhaling it. So, anyways, let's get back to the tour. Are you going to show me around the whole school? Oh, we're not going to get to see it yet. Josuke is really talkative, giving me people to watch out for, pointers on how to fit in, and other odds and ends of information. He's quick to laugh and has a certain charm that makes me feel at ease. Well, that's our humble little school. I guess it's time to get to class now. I don't know, that roof could probably use another looking over, don't you think? Yeah, you're right. You know, I want to do Josuke's route first, because, again, we're just looking at differences right now. And how mad is Mr. Jonathan really gonna be? Are you serious? Are you suggesting we cut class? His eyes are gleaming with mischief. I smile back at him. Don't you dare tell Joseph, he'll never let me live it down. It sounded to me like he already knows you're a delinquent who cuts class. That's true. You can't do anything without that guy knowing. It's like the bastard has a sixth sense or something. He has hormone powers. But anyways, Josuke raises his fist into the air. To the rooftop! As soon as we step foot on the roof, Josuke stretches his arms to the sky and tilts his head up towards the sun. Ah, it feels far too good out here to be cooped up in a classroom. The way he's stretching in the sunlight kinda reminds me of a cat. It's cute! Hey, Leslie. He motions for me to follow him further onto the roof. Come on, let's get comfortable. Again, this is a really cute picture. He lays down on the ground, wasting no time in stretching out. His eyes are closed, and there's a content smile on his face, only furthering my thoughts of him being like a cat. I lay down next to him. Wow, I get the appeal of this. The sun really does feel good. I close my eyes and enjoy the sound of the breeze rustling the trees around the school. When the soft wind reaches us, it smells earthy and fresh. At this rate, I'm gonna fall asleep. So what brought you to this school? I look over at Josuke, my body feeling lazy and heavy from the sun. By the way his eyelids were drooping, I can tell he's feeling the same way. Yeah, I killed a man. Josuke grins. Is that so? Yep, I threw the bastard down a storm drain and he drowned. Wow, you're a stone-cold killer. The irony of that statement kills me, if only he knew. Because I threw the rock down the drain. I don't think I got that the first time. What are you in for? The same, believe it or not. What a coincidence. Yeah, except it was a bank heist gone wrong. Ah, been there, done that. Definitely not fun. Josuke and I look at each other with serious expressions before breaking into fits of giggles. As we mellow out, I'm struck by how wonderful this scene is. Fat clouds ambling across the blue sky, lungs full of cool air, skin warm with laughter and sunlight. And sharing it all with a pretty boy. Pretty cool boy, I meant. Pretty cool. Definitely not pretty. Okay, so Josuke's pretty. It's certainly not the first time I've thought it, but this school is pretty chill. The people are a bit eccentric, but they're friendly. Yeah, wait till you meet the nurse. Hopefully you don't have to. I can see myself having a good school year here. With a sleepy groan, Josuke sits up. He runs his hand through the back of his hair, seeming to make sure everything's still in place. We should probably head back before Mr. Jonathan freaks out. I nod my head reluctantly. I could stay up here all day, but Josuke is right. Yes! Hello, Jonathan! Everyone looks at us as we enter the room, as to be expected. The teacher, Mr. Jonathan, stops writing on the board and gives us both a sunny smile. I like the JoJo written on his book. That's so cute. There you are. I was starting to wonder if you two had gotten lost. He looks to me and smiles even brighter. Well, if he keeps this up, I'm gonna go blind. You must be Leslie. It's great to meet you. It's nice to meet you too, Mr. Jonathan. What a positive attitude. I appreciate that. Did Josuke give you a good tour? I hope he wasn't too troublesome. We only did a handful of petty crimes, nothing federal, rest assured. Jonathan shakes his head and Josuke laughs before heading to his seat. Would you like to introduce yourself to the class, Leslie? I very much would like to not do it, but I know it's a rhetorical question. I turn to the class. Hi, I'm Leslie. Okay, so far so good. I'm ready to get this year over with. You see, I would lie ordinarily and say I'm excited to be part of this class, but let's just take the middle road. I'm ready to get this year over with. Okay, the final statement. I got this. And that's it, I guess. Glare at everyone intimidatingly. I look forward to meeting all of you. I do look forward to meeting everyone, including the less pleasant people. I bow politely and there's a bit of curious chatter around the room. What a lovely introduction, Leslie. Jonathan claps his hands together. We've got a few seats available. Choose whichever one you want. Oh boy, so I know that Josuke sits here. I don't know who sits in any of the other places. Oh no! How adventurous do I want to be? I mean, I do... I can still technically... Oh no. Oh no, I want to see who else is going to be sitting by me. I'm gonna say that I could do the protagonist route and go by the window. I could sit right in front where Mr. Jonathan would notice me. Okay, so here's what I think. I think that you can sit next to Josuke here. Jotaro is probably somewhere in the back. If he's in the same class, he might be a senpai. Joseph wouldn't be in this class because he's probably an upperclassman. But if I sit in the front, Mr. Jonathan's gonna notice me more. Okay, we'll play it safe this time and just keep going with Josuke. For now. That's probably what I would do in real life anyway. I don't hesitate, says you. Josuke is my only lifeline in this school, and I'm gonna take every opportunity I'm given to stick by him. As I make my way toward the seat, I can see Josuke trying to hide a smile. Is he happy that I chose to sit by him? I hope so. Class here is pretty much the same too. Maybe with the exception of the teacher, who I'm pretty sure used to be a bodybuilder. Or a model. Or both. Definitely both. Vampire hunter, actually. Even if he's big and pretty, he's still got that teacher charm that makes me zone out and daydream. I wonder what's going to be served for lunch. Something slides across my desk, pulling me from my near dozing. I look over and Josuke is tapping a pen against his lips innocently, looking all too suspicious with the way he's suddenly absorbed in the lesson. Bitch, just 5 minutes ago we were falling asleep. I can see through your ruse, Josuke. Meet me after class if you want an ass-kicking, and by ass-kicking if you want to hang out. I read it over a few times before picking up my pen. Passing notes is bad, so I'm gonna say yes. I already did a bunch of other stuff the first time, and the first day is almost inconsequential in the demo, so we'll see where this goes. Honestly, I think it's cute that he passed me a note. I don't think my friends and I have done that since elementary school. I mean, it seems really sweet. Maybe a little intimate, too. Or maybe I'm reading into this piece of paper way too much. I make up my mind and jot down an answer. But then I hesitate again. Should I sign it with a heart? That might be a bit too straightforward, but it also might make Josuke really happy. My pen is hovering over the paper. The biggest decision of my note-passing career is in front of me. No, play it safe, play it safe. I can't bring myself to do it. The thought of laying it on too thick and creeping Josuke out has me laying my pen down. I nod my head as I read it over. It's just right. Not too much and not too little. I slide it back to Josuke, keeping my eyes focused on Mr. Jonathan all the while. Josuke doesn't pass anything back to me, and after a minute, I look covertly over to him. He's still acting like he's hyper-interested in the lesson, but there's the smallest smile tugging on the corner of his lips. Oh wait, is that a little Iggy on the, thing back here? I mean, it's probably just a plush toy, but that's really cute. I love all the little details they put into this. When class ends, Josuke waits for me by the door. Couldn't he have just done this in the first place and not passed a note? It makes me think he couldn't wait until after class to talk to me. Cute! I hope you're ready for that ass-kicking. And by that, I hope that you're thirsty. I'm always thirsty, especially when it's something I don't have to pay for. Josuke laughs. I feel that, man. Okay, so let's see if I was right about the turtles in the fountain. I sit on the wide edge of the fountain as Josuke goes to the nearby vending machines. Almost everyone has already left. There are a few stragglers here and there, but other than that, we're alone. Alas, I have found our first grammatical mistake. We're missing an apostrophe and a capital letter in the word theirs. And it should be there are, but whatever. I look at the bottom of the fountain, where a few coins are scattered about. The water makes them look wavering and fat. I let my fingers skim the surface of the water. It's chilly, but not unpleasant. Why the hell does the school need a fountain? It seems like a waste of money to me. I don't know, people keep on tossing the coins back in, maybe it pays for itself. Probably not for the water bill, though. It is still pretty cool. Sorry to keep you waiting. He holds out 2 cans. 1 grape, 1 apple. Well, we're taking the grape one. I point at the grape one, and he hands it over before sitting down next to me and cracking his open. So, what do you think? Why do you have the grape one? Think of what? Josuke takes a sip of his juice before gesturing to the schoolyard. Of the school, now that you've gotten a full day in. I answer him honestly. It's not bad. Definitely not what I was expecting. He grins at me. All the new people say that. I guess they think it's gonna be some sort of doom and gloom thing since the problem kids all come here, but it's actually really chill. I open my juice and take a sip. It's nice and cold. Does the school get a lot of new kids? You don't strike me as a problem kid. Damn, this juice is tasty. I'm gonna ask that. Josuke shrugs. I wouldn't say we get a lot. He pauses. You're definitely one of the coolest we've had in a while, though. Did he just call me cool? Why is it that everything this guy says is just cute? I feel my face heat up and I look down at my juice. We sit in silence for a while, just enjoying each other's company, taking sips of our beverages. And then Turtle. Ah! Josuke hops up from the fountain and nearly stumbles over himself as he takes a few bounds away to distance himself from the fountain. I'm so confused. I look at the fountain, not understanding what made him freak out so hardcore. And that's when I see it. It's adorable. A turtle is on the edge of the fountain, ambling its way around. I look to Josuke and his eyes are glued to the little critter. His chest is heaving and his expression is wild. Are you okay? F no, I'm not. Is it looking at me? He walks in a distressed circle, his hands behind his head. That little bastard is looking at me. I set my juice down and stand up, brushing off the seat of my uniform. I could pick up the turtle, but I'm not going to. Josuke barks out a forced laugh. You think I don't know that? I can't help what scares me. It's obvious he's freaked out. I don't hold his curtness against him. It's all good, Josuke. I pick up his abandoned juice and walk over to him. He takes the can from me, and I see that his hands are trembling. Maybe we should wrap it up for the day. Josuke swallows thickly and nods his head, never taking his eyes off the turtle. We walk towards the school gate, Josuke casting nervous looks behind him. The turtle might be lumbering towards him even now. We say our goodbyes and Josuke is quick to take off down the slope. I stay where I am, watching him leave. Later, we don't just skip to the next day, or is this the next day? No, this is farther on down the timeline. School rushes by, and before I know it, I'm sitting in the last class of the day. The science lab looks like blah 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 blah, stuff that I've read before. Who knew it was possible to make plastic out of this stuff? I don't care much for science, so I let my group members conduct the experiment while I just take notes. Everything is going by swimmingly. There's not much left to... Whoa, be careful with that stuff! I turn in the direction of the panicked yelling, in time to witness Josuke stumble backwards into a bookshelf. It was like watching the tragedy of an avalanche bury unfortunate skiers alive. Josuke toppled to the ground, only to find himself pelted with whatever science-y books that were above. I hop off my seat, ready to help him out. Everyone else clings to their beakers and microwavable containers. Miss Lisa just lifts her head from whatever teacher thinks she's doing. I can hear Josuke groaning under the pile of books. Are you okay, Josuke? Not at all. I pick the books off of him one by one, finding his face behind some text dedicated to the research of electrical conductivity in certain beetles. We don't get to see visuals from Miss Lisa, which means we probably won't see Caesar either, darn it. Higashikata, stay after class to clean up that mess. What? Why? It was an accident. You made the mess, didn't you? Accident or not. And while you're here, take over the cleaning duty. Yes, Sensei. Josuke pouts. I almost want to laugh. It's adorable. I'll stay and help. I look from Miss Lisa to Josuke. Wait, really? Yeah, I mean, you want to deal with this by yourself? Josuke shakes his head and nearly jumps back up on his feet. Hell no, your help would be great. Higashikata. Josuke's shoulders tense. Language. He nods and bows his head toward her. Yes, Sensei. Anyway, do whatever as long as that mess gets cleaned up. Lucky for you, it's not like those books were arranged in any sort of order. Heresy! I look at Josuke with a smile. He smiles back in time to pout again when Miss Lisa tells the whole class to start wrapping up the plastic milk experiment. The last bell of the day has rung, and I'm alone with Josuke to rearrange the bookshelf. Man, this bites. If that guy in my group wasn't so reckless with the milk, it wouldn't have almost splashed on me, and I wouldn't have bumped into this stupid thing. He kicks the shelf lightly. I worry for a second it'll come down on him again. So it didn't get on you? No, but it almost did. Anyway, thanks again for staying with me. I look up to respond, but we catch each other's eye as soon as we reach for the same book. Our hands almost brush against each other, and I realize just how close we are. Josuke stares at me, full lips slightly parted as if he was going to say something. I feel my throat go dry, panic swelling in my chest. What the hell? We're gonna stare back. I can't move. His eyes catch me off guard with how gorgeous they are. I don't even feel like I'm looking at another person. You're pretty. The sound of his voice is too close and it shakes me back into reality. His words linger on my consciousness and I feel the heat smoldering in my chest. What the hell, what the hell, what the hell? My eyes go wide and now I'm staring at his lips. He seems to be aware and consciously darts his tongue out to lick them nervously. I swallow the lump in my throat. I have to say something or do something. This is already weird, and I'm making it weirder just by staring at those beautiful eyes and kissable lips. Thank him. We're not flirting yet. My voice catches in my throat, and the sucker punch of embarrassment has me averting my gaze. Thank you. It doesn't sound thankful at all. Hopefully he doesn't catch on to how much of a mess I am. I grab the book and make the move to put it away. You're welcome. There's an edge to his words that makes me nervous. Is he mad? I shake off the discomfort that starts to weigh on my shoulders and continue working with Josuke to clean up the class. He doesn't speak to me, and I can't think of anything to say to him. The most I can do is keep helping him. But the frigid feeling in the atmosphere isn't helping. Ah, shoot, I made the wrong choice. I'm supposed to flirt back with him to know I'm interested. And I haven't even been quick saving. You can go home if you want to. Josuke speaks up behind me and I almost jump out of my skin. I didn't notice him approach me. Wait, what? But we're not done. It's fine. He shrugs his shoulders. I feel kinda bad that you're staying here to help me clean up. Oh. I look around, the class is still a bit of a mess. The floor needs sweeping, the trash needs dumping, and we're only 3/4 of the way done with the bookshelf. Ah, there's another one. I mean, I really don't mind helping, but are you sure? Is it a blow to your pride to have me here? I throw in an awkward smile with my awkward joke. Josuke shrugs and rolls his eyes. Yeah, let's put it that way. Oh. Yeah, I failed this time around. I shift my feet uncomfortably. So, yeah, go on home. No, I insist on... Or... I don't want to get the dead end. Either way, I'm not gonna get the good end this time. Oh yeah, that's what quick saving is for. Whoops. Okay, so I'm gonna stay and help this time. No, I'll stay. I said I'm gonna help you, so I'm gonna help you. This time, a real smile. Josuke blinks, his eyes widening ever so slightly. He smiles and his complexion turns rosy. Guess I can't stop you. Thank you. It'll definitely be less of a drag with you around. Geez, I hope so. Can't believe you were willing to submit yourself to this crypt-like silence. He shrugs again and approaches the broom closet. Let's get back to it then. Of course, I'll take care of the trash. I shouldn't be taking out the trash by myself. That's what leads to the intermediate and or bad and dead endings. Blech. I grab the bin and leave the class. Oh hey, would you look at that? There's actually something new here. Uh-oh. I approach the dumpsters behind the school. The faint smell of cigarette smoke clings to the air despite the foul garbage. I'm just Part 5 anime. The Part 5 anime is here. You can tell how long they were working on this. King Crimson makes no sense. Yes. Jojo. Break down. I see this. I'm sorry, I'm appreciating the graffiti. I laugh to myself, occupied with the thought of some stereotypical delinquent smoking where he shouldn't be. I quickly empty the bin, while I hold my breath to avoid the stink. With the task complete, my business behind the school is finished. But when I turn to head back to the science lab, my uniform gets snagged on the dumpster. As I'm falling, I reach out to grab something, anything to stop myself from hitting the ground. But there's only the awkward scrap of ripped metal that caught my uniform. I wrap my fingers around it and don't notice the pain until it's paired with the impact of my ass landing on the concrete. I hiss and let go immediately, blood gathers at the cut, and I take in an impatient breath before standing back up. Great. It says Dio's house on the dumpster. I throw a glare at the sharp metal before looking over the cut on my hand. It's not bleeding that much, and I figure I'll survive. We're almost done with cleaning duty anyway. I'll take care of it when I get home. Good, we didn't run into the nurse. I enter the classroom and spot Josuke putting away the broom. He sees me and offers a half smile. Oh, hey, you dealt with the trash? I nod, hiding the cut on my hand. All taken care of. We getting out of here? More or less. I got the bookshelf all neat, swept the floor, and you took care of the trash, so let's go home. I turn to keep my head from his view and nod. Hell yeah, let's get out of here. I turn to leave, but he catches a glimpse of my injury. Whoa, what happened? Your hand! Oh yeah. It's nothing really, I just tripped by the dumpster. There was this piece of metal that stuck out, my uniform got caught, and I tried to save myself, and I kinda did, but I grabbed the metal bit and it cut me. I shrug, trying to make light of the situation. I show him my hand. The cut really isn't that bad. That looks bad. Maybe a little bit. I'll be fine, I'll take care of it when I get home. How about the nurse? Wait, no, that guy is frickin' weird. I gulp. Weird how? Let's just say I wouldn't be surprised if he was a serial killer. He probably collects his victims' hands or something as trophies. Yikes. If I broke my leg, I'd rather tough it out than get checked out by him. Then going to him is out of the question. Like I said, I'll just hurry home and take care of it there. Josuke reaches out and grabs my arm again. Let me help. The distress in his expression, which is not on screen, melts into something that makes my blood rush to my face. His eyes are soft and his smile is gentle. Come on, I can bring myself to suffer through the nurse's freakiness to get a bandage or something. Actually, I would appreciate your help. We're at least gonna get the neutral end. I sigh and give a slight nod. Okay, I get the feeling you're not gonna stop until I let you help. Josuke gives a small smile. Damn right! Wait here, I'll go get a bandage for you. He leaves his school bag with me and darts down the hallway. I pull out a stool to sit in and wait. The cut on my head starts to throb and I flex my fingers. That's gonna make a badass battle scar. Leslie versus the dumpsters of Gyuniku Academy. I smirk to myself as Josuke barrels back into the science lab, running down the hall. I'm here, I got the bandage and some alcohol pads. Ah, my knight in shining armor. I stick my tongue out at him, and he returns his gesture. How was dealing with that nurse? Geez, he was weird. He pulls up a stool next to me, and I offer him my hand. He was telling me to just bring you there so that he could look at you himself. Josuke fusses with the disinfectant pads, setting my hand palm up on his knee. And I said, hell no, and that I'll take care of it, so he gave the stuff and I hurried back. His face twists upon smelling the rubbing alcohol. With a gentle touch, he cradles my hand in his and softly presses the pad against the cut. As expected, it stings like hell. I stop myself from closing my fist and let Josuke do what he wants. I'd rather have you look after me than the nurse. Josuke's head lifts to look at me. My heart skips a beat upon realizing what I said. Because, well, you said he was weird, so... I avert my gaze, fumbling with my save, but Josuke just laughs and throws me a blinding smile. I guess it's a good thing I didn't take you to him then. Or let him come here. I only nod, trying to hide my blush. Josuke unwraps the bandages and patches at my hand. He handles my injury carefully, mindful not to accidentally hurt me. What a gentleman. There. It should be all good to go. But he still held on to give it another look. How's it feel? Fine. Good. Thank you. Good. I want to scream. I'm good. Thank you for asking. I mean, you know what I mean. Josuke still hasn't let go of me, and I don't want him to. Gosh, let me start over. I clear my throat. Thank you, Josuke, for helping me. I really appreciate it. You're a good friend. And he's winking at me. I smile and find the courage to look into those eyes. He's smiling back and still isn't letting go. You're welcome, Leslie. But I'm not done yet. Huh? What else? I'm cut short as Josuke lifts my hand towards his mouth. My eyes widen and I can only watch him as he presses his plush lips against my palm. There. An extra something, so it heals faster. Am I dead? Have I arrived in heaven? I open my mouth to speak, but nothing comes out. What do I say? What can I say? Ready to head home? He beats me to it and stands. letting go of me. A piece of my heart plummets out of my chest. Yeah, let's go! I stand after him and we enter the hallways together. Did that say June? Oh, we do get Caesar in the game! Okay, but we have to end it here. So we didn't get the one ending. I wonder if I can... Okay, so we're gonna quick save again. And then I'll be back once I see if I can get the good ending with Josuke, or see if it continues after that. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back at the choice that I made. Don't forget to quick save, and then we're gonna flirt back with them this time. What's cooking yourself good looking? Oh god. What the hell did I just say? Did I say that? I feel my face light up. I mean, Josuke stifles a laugh, and I take the cue. I shake my head with a sheepish smile. Ignore that. I don't know what I was saying. No, it's okay. I didn't mean to scare you. Wait, what? I wasn't scared. I'm just flustered, embarrassed, flattered, surprised. You're that bold. It was Josuke's turn to feel a bit hot under the collar. Well, He clears his throat. It's not like you're ugly. I snort into a fit of laughter and jokingly threaten to throw a book at him. I hope not, but still, thanks. We share a brief exchange of smiles and continue to clean up. My heart is determined to expose me with its loud, insistent beating, but I don't really care. It's hard to with the butterflies and warmth swelling inside me. Then I hear a sigh of distress and look over towards Josuke. What's wrong? Nothing, it's just getting late, and I'm sure my mom is gonna chew me out when I get home. This is the first time Josuke has brought up his family. I'm curious, but should I pry? No, we gotta pry a little bit. I almost regret asking the question as soon as I lift my mouth. It's not really my business, is it? But Josuke didn't look upset or seem reluctant to answer. He just shrugs and approaches the broom closet. Not enough to knock sense into me, but I won't reach my room without a good nagging, that's for sure. He pulls out the broom and starts sweeping. Her nagging can't be that bad, can it? I put away the last of the books, making sure that they're as neat as can be. When satisfied, I start tending to the lab stools. Well, she's my mom. I can handle it. If you say so. I smile to myself, enjoying the comfortable atmosphere between us. I wish moments like these with Josuke will happen a lot more. Okay, so me asking about Dad isn't an option. What about your dad? Would he be upset or worried about you getting home late? There's a real shift in the air that makes me look up at him. Josuke is standing still and staring down at the floor in deep thought. Josuke? I don't have a dad. Oh shit. Well, more like I don't know him. Mom doesn't like to talk about him too much either, so... He shrugs and continues to sweep. The most I know is that she met him during her early years in college. I don't know what to say. What can I say? I'm sorry, I didn't know. No, I know, you don't have to feel bad about asking. You really didn't know. I gulp and slowly start arranging the stools again. It's just... He talks as we worked, and I make every effort to keep listening to him. It's one of those things you get picked on for when you're a kid, you know? And there should be an apostrophe there. And people always think it's... I missed dialogue. Josuke sighs sharply, and I begin to notice the weight on his shoulders. It really must be something he spends a lot of time thinking about. Anyway, I've always felt like meeting him one day. He kinda owes me a lot. I take a few seconds to process what he's telling me. The look on his face makes it obvious he's bothered. I should really say something. I'm sure one day you will. I'll help you if I can. That's the right choice. Josuke looks at me and I smile back. It seems the whole business with his father is important to him, and it's the least I can do for a friend. Offer my help. You're a sap. He shakes his head and looks back to the floor in an attempt to hide his smile. Thanks, though. That means a lot. No problem. Us delinquents gotta look out for each other after all. We both carry on with our jobs. The smiles on our faces don't waver one bit, and I somehow feel closer to Josuke with those few exchanges of words. I don't even notice when we only have the trash left to deal with. Let's both go take care of this. He grabs the bin and motions toward the door. I peer into the trash can and see a few crumpled papers. I can see why you need help. Are you sure you can lift all that by yourself? Josuke scoffs and pretends to struggle with lifting the trash. Yeah, man, my weak arms just can't take it. He lets out a fake cry of pain and I laugh. Okay now, we're either gonna get to the part where we kiss or we're gonna meet somebody else back here. The dumpsters come into view and we head straight for them. So, how was your second day here? I'm confused. Sorry, the time is kind of difficult to keep track of. Well, as good as school can be. You made it better, though. Josuke laughs nervously and squares his shoulders. I'm flattered my presence matters. It's true. Whatever shall I do without you? My knight in, I gesture vaguely at him. Cotton armor. I put a hand to my face dramatically and bat my eyelashes at him. I can see the impulse to flex his biceps flash across his face, but Josuke commits to holding the garbage. There's probably a different, gesture to go with that, but I really wanted to do this. We share a quick laugh before stepping up to the dumpsters. I take the bin from him with a grin. Allow me, you carried it over here. He gives it up without protest, and I dump the contents. With the bin now empty, we turn back towards the main building. But when I take a step, my uniform gets snagged on the dumpster. As I'm falling, I reach to grab something, anything to stop myself from hitting the ground. Wah! I grab a fistful of Josuke's sleeve. He's quick to respond, reaching out to stop me from landing on the concrete. Yo! His arm snakes around my waist and he pulls me close. He somehow manages to hold me upright and tight against his chest. My eyes are still wide from the initial panic, and all I can see is that damn blue again. I swallow the lump in my throat and feel the heat crawl up my neck. What are you students doing? Oh no! I feel really weird about who's about to show up. I know there's at least one other teacher we get to see in this game. Oh no. We jump apart, the rosy atmosphere between us dissipating in an instant. Gosh darn it. You're not gonna let us just end it like the demo. We're gonna quick save here, and I am gonna wait to see who the next character is for the next video. We're gonna leave off on a cliffhanger just like that. I'm sorry everybody, but this is where we're gonna end it. Oh, this is fun. I can't wait to keep on playing. I'm glad that they're switching stuff up and that everything isn't quite as predictable. We're not just doing the 2 days. You can't just sweep through and get the one ending. This makes me really happy. We will continue to pursue Josuke down the line, but for now... For now, that's gonna be it. Thank you all so much for watching. Welcome back to Joestar Struck, and I hope to catch you guys in the next video, which hopefully will not take as long to come out. This is gonna be a lot of fun. Ciao!